I saw her on my way to work. Had to stop in the middle of my stride to get a better look. At first, I thought it was just another stunt. A girl in costume, wings strapped to her back, standing on the roof of a 4-story office block. Maybe cosplay, maybe some kind of promo. Her wings looked like painted glass, living church windows that reflected light in a sublime way as she flexed. I raised my phone, zoomed in, and my gut clenched. The hair, the profile, the way she leaned forward, head tilted, like she was about to cry. It was her, my ex, the one who'd fallen, the one whose broken body still snapped into my dreams at night. She walked toward the rooftop's edge. I froze, my chest locked, the same terror rushing back. Then she threw herself off, falling for a brief, dreadful moment, until the wings unfurled, real wings, catching the light, scattering gold and white feathers across the morning sky. She soared instead of falling. My hands shook so badly, I nearly dropped my phone. I followed her, eyes locked on her gliding shape above. She moved with the certainty of a hawk, circling, watching. I grabbed strangers by the sleeve. "Look, do you see her? Tell me you see her." They pulled away, muttering curses. Nobody looked up. Nobody cared. I stumbled across the park, heart pounding, and grabbed the arm of an old lady knitting on a bench. "Do you see her?" I demanded, jabbing a finger skyward. "The angel, she's right there." The woman blinked up at me, timid and calm. Then she smiled faintly. "No, dear, I don't see anything, but if you do, that makes me happy. I always knew angels were real." She patted my hand gently, like I was a nervous child, and went back to her knitting. I ran after her for what must have been an hour. When I stopped to breathe, she landed on a rooftop or flew in circles. She didn't want me to lose her. That day was just the type of summer day she loved. I saw dogs on the street of the type she loved. I eventually reached a park. It was crowded with families. Kids on swings, parents chatting on benches, toddlers tumbling in the grass. She sang above it all. Perhaps this was what she wanted to show me, that she was happy, that I deserved to find someone else and have kids, despite the fact that she had refused to have any with me. There was a boy there who looked eerily like pictures of me as a child, a 10-year-old little ruffian. She saw him too, and then made eye contact with me, smiling with the teeth of a predator. The angel dove. She plummeted like a hawk, wings slicing the air, and ripped the boy straight from his parents' arms. They screamed, begged for her to let go. Complete panic, but only for a moment. Then their faces smoothed over, blank and calm. "I think it'll rain later," the father murmured, frowning at the sky. The mother smiled absently. "Yes, probably." Above them, their son writhed and shrieked as the angel tore into him, tearing flesh, eating him alive. I felt every bite, like he was a voodoo doll of me. The pain was so intense that I fell to the ground and vomited. His legs kicked against empty air as we both struggled. Blood poured in heavy red streams, guts unraveling, splattering across the swings, the picnic blankets, even the shoulders of other children. And no one noticed. Parents kept sipping their coffee, checking their phones. Kids laughed, chasing balls through puddles of blood that weren't there for them. The angel herself was invisible, unseeable, and her actions impossible to perceive in any way. I stared, choking on bile. The boy was finally dead. I slowly got up on trembling legs. My ex was covered in blood, chewing down on what remained of his face. A piece of sloppy flesh that had been stripped from his skull. She winked at me, and I understood what was conveyed. She would return, eat another. I would feel that as well, every bite. The angel soared extremely high into the sky, and overwhelmingly fast, impossible to track. The next day, I came back to the park with a rifle. I wasn't going to go through that torture again. If I had been a better person, I would have been motivated by saving other kids. This was for proof. A winged corpse on the ground, a headline, fame, something to keep me from waking up in cold sweats, wondering if I'd imagined it all. As I set up my scope, the old lady shuffled closer. Same floral dress, same knitting bag. "Hope you see that glass-winged angel today," she said encouragingly. I kept my scope lowered. "I never told you what she..." She tilted her head, smiled too wide. Forgive me. I forget myself sometimes. I'm not real after all." Something staggered out from behind her. The boy, the one who'd been eaten. His chest crudely stitched, his ribs jutting through his torn skin. And then the crowd came, dozens of them, men and women and children surrounding me. Their eyes gleamed faintly, like thin glass holding back a fire. "None of us are," said the man that had brushed me off yesterday. "Except the angel," added the boy. "She can feel and think. We're just here to help her." I fired. One man's skull exploded. He collapsed, then rose again, smiling broader than before. I emptied the clip, but they kept advancing. Hands seized me, dragged me down, stuffed fabric into my mouth. I closed my eyes. They cut off my eyelids so that I could see the angel. She descended, my ex, my angel. Her golden hair whipped in the wind, her glowing eyes fixed on me, her shark's teeth bared. And in that instant, I remembered the balcony, my hands on her shoulders, the shove, her scream. That bitch had been taking pills so that she wouldn't get pregnant. She had been lying to me, letting me think she was on board with getting a baby, while secretly planning her escape to a woman's shelter. She touched me gently at first, kissed my skin as the puppets undressed me. Then came the biting, her fangs sinking into my flesh. And I understood. This was her heaven.